They tell us on July the 18th we will be official, but they keep hinting that we're already part of the WTO. They got some guy from the WTO saying that the WTO got this on our WTO calendar already. The newscast saying that is the day Iraq is fully accepted with no holdback or limitations on our currency. Frank, this is very good news. The new exchange rate should be well before that date. On the Treasury side, the rumors are dropping left and right. Everything from, it's tomorrow, to, oh no, they delayed it another month, crazy rumors. Same sources are telling different people different things. That tells us it's misinformation, and it is done on purpose. Stay calm and remember the fundamentals. Iraq is still looking great. They still have the new ATMs, they still have conversations saying they are going to delete the zeros. And they are still having the conversations about releasing the lower denominations in July. Things still look great. Dinar Explainer 1. Why Iraq has two exchange rates. Quote, on a recent webinar organized by the Iraq-Britain Business Council, IBBC, Professor Frank Gunter of Lehigh University explained the causes and effects of Iraq's dual exchange rate. 1. Excessive demand for US dollars internationally. 2. Internal demand for dollars. 3. De-dollarization efforts by the New York Fed. The New York Federal Reserve has restricted dollar transfers to reduce dollar flows to Iran and Syria. They have also excluded over 24 Iraqi banks from transactions, which has increased the complexity and demand for dollars in Iraq. Customs complete the first phase of the automation project and reveals its revenues within 5 months. They've been kept in the dark ages for a long time. Everybody was doing everything by paper and pencil, and it was kept that way for a reason. Banking and other institutions are seeing their companies change with this new technology, are going to be excited. It's going to make their work a lot more efficient. It's only going to get better for Iraq. This is one of those ways they can generate revenue other than from oil. This is exactly what they need to diversify. Quote, revenue rate will raise by the end of this year to 200% from what it was in 2022. That's a hell of an increase. It's going to boom over there. There are some things out of Iraq that should make us feel good today. The president of Iraq approves the 2024 budget schedules. Rashid approves a number of laws, including the 2024 budget tables. My contacts over there are saying they got the budget tables posted in the Gazette, but did not get a new rate. They let us know that they figured the budget of 2024 on an average price of a barrel of oil at $80 USD. This is progress. If the budget, comes out in the Gazette with the old rate, there's only 2 budgets left, one with the old rate and one with the new rate. But if they come out with the one with the old rate, don't worry about it. It'll change very quickly. Sadani rewrote the contracts and recalculated them in accordance with the rate in the budget. They've been running a budget with the new exchange rate and a budget with the old exchange rate. Iraq hasn't had a real effective exchange rate for over 20 years. Man, we're really close. A few people were saying, boy, the news out of Iraq is really slow. It's not slow. The calm before the storm. That phrase fits perfect right now. It's not slow, it's simply very silent, because that's the phase we're in right now. The phase we're in right now. To announce the new exchange rate, they're being mum. They're being mum about the budget right now. I asked my CBI contact how the rate of the dinar would be determined in the future. I was told that, and I know that the rate of the dinar is now being artificially suppressed. I was told that Iraq is in a much better situation now prior to the 1990 embargo, and so why not have an international rate again with at least a rate equivalent to the late 1980s prior to the invasion. Iraqi citizens intending to go to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia to perform Umrah rituals expressed their surprise at the government bank's refusal to sell them dollars, unlike what happens with travelers. These citizens called on the Finance Committee in Parliament and the Hajj and Umrah Authority to intervene immediately to solve this problem. An informed source told Shafaq news agency correspondent that there are pressing popular demands by citizens to the Finance Committee in Parliament and the Hajj and Umrah Authority, with the aim of allowing government banks to disburse dollars to travelers wishing to perform Umrah to Saudi Arabia. The source pointed out that these demands are based on previous experience, where the Hajj Authority provided dollars to pilgrims through government banks. The source stated that most pilgrims face great difficulties in obtaining dollars from government banks, which forces them to go to the black market to buy hard currency, due to the central bank's policy of limiting itself to providing money transfer companies with dollars without allowing government banks to engage in this activity. At the conclusion of his speech, The source stressed the need for the concerned authorities to respond to these demands to ensure that travelers are able to obtain dollars from government banks instead of relying on parallel markets that impose high prices.